Hello, this is Paul Ireland from a company called Abstract Worlds Limited. We're a very small software development house based in Northamptonshire, UK. And what I'm going to take you through today is our latest game called Maze Racing Robots. This is a game that will soon be available on the Samsung Internet at TV platform. Now, for anyone who doesn't know about the platform, what Samsung have been doing with their recent TVs and Blu-ray players is they've included this platform called Internet at TV, which is an internet-ready platform that allows you to get on the internet, perhaps go to YouTube and play videos on YouTube, but also it has this downloadable app capability. So you can download apps onto your device and launch those apps and run those apps on your device. Now, this is the second video that we've created for this game. The very first video, we had a camcorder set up that was pointing towards a television, and there was also the Samsung Blu-ray player within in the view as well. And the reason we did that was just to show that the game was running on the real hardware. And it's important to do that because it gives you an idea of how the game performs, how fast it runs, and just to prove that it actually is working on the real hardware. But the downside of that is, because of the way that we had to shoot that video, you don't get a good idea of how the graphics look within the game. So that's why with this video we're focusing solely on the game graphics, and all you will see within this video is the game itself. And we've also shot this video in high definition to give you an even better feel of what the game will look like on a high definition TV. Now, the very first screen that is displayed when the game starts is the screen that you're looking at now, and it's a splash screen, an animated splash screen that has some information at the top which rotates. This information gives you an idea of what the game's all about and how to play the game. The game is so simple that it really doesn't need explaining that much, but we've put some information there just to help anyway. And below that we've got the three menu buttons which I can go through here. So really we've got two modes to the game. The first mode is the sit back and watch mode, and with that you're just watching the two robots, one on the left, one on the right, and making a guess as to which robot you think is going to get to the maze exit first. And the other mode, which is the control mode, that's the mode where you're controlling the robot on the left and you're actually racing against the robot on the right, and you control the robot using your remote control. But I'll take you through the sit back and watch mode first. So if I select that, and what you see here is the two mazes and two robots, and they're trying to get to the exit first. The exit is down at the bottom where the checkered floor is displayed in each case. And in this particular race, I'm guessing that it will be the blue robot that wins. It might be close, but let's see. Yep. And once that game is finished, it then goes on to the next game with a completely different maze. And this one might be a bit quicker because of the maze design, but it was the blue robot that won there. And I've got a feeling that it will be the gold robot that wins on this one. Now you're probably wondering why I guess it would be the gold robot. The reason I knew about that is because once you start looking at this game more and more, you'll understand that the robot on the left has a tendency to make left turns, and the robot on the right has a tendency to make right turns. And once you know that fact, you can look at the mazes at the very start, go through in your mind what route you think the robot will take, and then you can work out whether one robot will beat the other one. So it's not just an element of guesswork. You can take the game more seriously and have the challenge of going through in your mind what you reckon the route will be that the robots take. The other thing to mention about this mode is that because there's no interactivity, you don't have to press any buttons or anything like that. It's not just a one-player game, it's a multiplayer game for whoever else is watching this game, because obviously You don't need a remote for each person because you don't need a remote. And I think this could be quite a bit of fun when used in a family setting or within a group of friends. And if you compare this to, say, horse racing, there's plenty of people who enjoy going to watch horses race, but not all of those people really want to be jockeys. So I would take that idea and use that as a way of thinking about how this game might actually be more fun than trying to control the robot yourself, which is a bit different to most games that you may have played in the past, because obviously most video games you are controlling something. But with the Samsung Internet App TV platform, it is a very different type of platform, and it requires a different type of mindset for setting out games that are enjoyable for the people that are watching the television. Okay, now I'll come out of this game, and what I'll also do is I'll go back into it and come out quite a few times, just so that you can see the maze is changing each time. We've got a random maze generator, so you get an idea that the mazes will be different, and that adds to the replayability, and it stops it being boring, because you should never see the same maze again. Let's have a look. So there's one maze, go back in, another maze. So with this random maze generator, the possibilities are almost limitless as to what mazes will look like. And going out of the game and into the game again, that also allows you to choose a different maze if you're not happy with the current maze design. Now I'll come out of that. So that's the sit back and watch mode of the game, and now I'll go into the control mode of the game. Now this is the mode where you are actually controlling the robot that's on the left, and you control the robot with the remote control. Now at the moment the robot's not doing anything because I'm not pressing anything. So what I'll do is I'll press the right arrow key once, and that will start it off. Once it gets to a wall, it will not go any further, so I'll then press another key to make it go down. But unfortunately the other robot beat me on that one. So I'll have another go. Press down, right, up, right, down. And whilst this is close, hopefully I'll have beaten this robot. There you go. Have another go. One thing to say about this is that you only have to click once. You don't have to keep your finger pressed down on the buttons. So it doesn't really require that many button presses to actually play the game. You can also get it to stop if you keep missing something. And there it goes. Now, whilst the interactive mode does mean that there's only one person controlling the robot at any one time, that doesn't mean that a group of people still can't enjoy this game in a social setting. You could either play it as a single player game with just one person, or a group of people could get involved. There's the spectator element, whereby people are just guessing who's going to win. You can have friends commentating on the race as well. And also, if you really wanted to go for the multiplayer aspect, it's just a case of, at the end of each race, you pass the remote on to the next person. You could have a round system as part of that, whereby if people lose the race, they're out of the round, and only the winners go through to the next round. And you could also have a forfeit system if you wanted to. So hopefully this video has given you an idea of what the game's all about, what the graphics look like, and hopefully in the future, perhaps once you've got an Internet App TV device, you might consider downloading the game. So thanks for watching. Thank you.